Welcome everyone to our chess stream on Tuesday on lichess and Twitch. International Master William Pascal, aka Sparkle Horse, on lichess, our favorite chess site, or lichess if you prefer. And on Twitch, of course, we're Sladgie, my old handle. Sladgie, the poker player, chess player, former dog. What is up, guys? Mr. Coffee. Did I mean to make it rated? Mr. Coffee, he always cuts right to the heart of the matter. Hello. Mr. Coffee, I can answer your question in two ways.
Yes. No.
There are two answers to Mr. Coffee's question. Yes.
Yes.
And no.
No!
The answer is both, because actually I didn't want to make it rated, but there's a bug in the new lichess tournament creation features which doesn't allow me to not make it rated. So yes, I made it rated once I realized I had no choice. Basically, a long story short, I've been forced to make it rated. But so we have good news and bad news. The good news is that lichess has decided to expand the capabilities of self-tournament creation, which is something that I suggested and we suggested here on the stream that it should do. The good news is we'll be able to use a broader amount of time controls and increments, which is really cool. And they've added additional features. But the bad news is that making it not rated, there's a slider button and there's a bug. And basically, when I click the slider to not rated, it's a dummy, so it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't matter. I tried it like 4 times, creating a tournament with the slider on rated and then unrated. But either way, it has to be rated. It's just a simple bug in the programming. So the coding, I'm sure they'll fix it like in the next week or so. But anyways, no problem. I've had some suggestions to have the tournament be rated, and I think that alternating between rated and unrated tournaments is a viable idea anyways. Nils says he contacted lichess to create the bug. So you guys can all blame Nils because it's all his fault. Alright boys, fire up the engine. Fire up the engines. The points are back on the menu. Anyway guys, rated or unrated, I'm here to play. The good news is that we have the increment 5+3. Before it was always 5+2. And I was losing on time a lot of times because I'm used to playing 5+3 on the stream in my Rapid and Blitz stream. And so at least that's good. We've got 3-second increment. The other Panda felt neglected. I just totally dissed him. So that 2-second increment where I'm flagging won't happen. Hello. So Panda, Micro Panda, Macro Panda. They're excited about the new rated event. Nils, I like your cheer 10,000 badge. That's looking pretty good. Clash Kid didn't like it. He hates that red. He hates the red badge. Asterbait, what's up? Don't worry, if I'm winning against Sparkle Horse, I shall resign. If you're winning against me, you probably gain like 100 rating points or something. Like, huge. He predicts an entertaining stream. Don't make any predictions. Let's just enjoy the evening. I had a bad morning, but my afternoon's been better, so I think things are looking up. Nils is playing Asterbait Stook. We've only got 4 players. Let me throw the link out there, guys. Second seat. Oh man, when the sharks start to smell the rating points in the water, Nils, you're never gonna get to play me in the first game. The Russians will bring special players. Oh wait, this isn't a drinking tournament. I'm sorry. Well, anyways, we'll see. You must love the World Championship match. So many draws. Just fun 2-7. I don't know how to take that. It's just totally. You could just read into that what you want. William, how much are lessons for 1500? Said the Great Smog. They're the same price for 2300s. I don't do it on a sliding scale. People are people. No, I mean, I charge the same. It doesn't matter about your rating. Title Tuesday. Everyone and their mom is streaming right now. I didn't notice that, Bob. But my mom is definitely not streaming. She's at a rehabilitation center eating like mashed potatoes and gravy right now. So I don't think you're really correct on that. Wednesday, 11:15. Oh, yeah. Okay, so while we've got 15 minutes before the tournament starts, the Sparkle Horse Arena rated version, Nils got me into trouble suggesting that I do a European-facing simul. So I thought, okay, we'll mix up Wednesday streams. We'll mix up the Wednesday streams, do different events on Wednesdays. Normally, I stream at 12 noon on Wednesdays. But because of some likely responsibilities I have in the afternoon on Wednesday, I'm pushing up Wednesday stream to 11:15 ET. Translation. If you live in the United States, it's going to be in the late morning. If you want to play in a simul here, tomorrow morning, 11:15. The simul lasts 2.5 hours. If you're European, then it's cool because it's like, so it's 5:15 in the evening and you've got a chance to play a simul as soon as you get home from work. I just thought I'd give it a try. Nils, again, is at fault for this. Taking a big risk. Pretend like you're a mafioso when you visit your mom so the staff don't get any ideas. Oh yeah, they're afraid of me over there. I go every day, and they know I'm on top of things, Bob. Tomorrow's simul, what the heck? Dim has a 10,000 cheer badge. Tomorrow's simul, that's right, it's just for you, Dim. Just for the European guys. But it's not my Sunday simul. I'm still doing a simul on Sunday, but we're going to mix up Wednesday's events, and I'm going to do a simul tomorrow to kick it off. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I can't change. Drake says, thanks for allowing me to participate in the simul. Oh, this is Drake 1980. I had a message from him. That's cool. Why am I getting like floating messages from lichess? That's weird. Alright. Because I am finishing late at work. What does that mean, Dim? Like you can't make the simul? So nothing is for certain. Alright. Yeah, I only do lessons up until 2300s. I'm not qualified. I don't know. I mean, I could be a trainer for 2500. Actually, I think I would make a good trainer. But I'm not enough of an openings expert really to be a trainer for strong players, I'm afraid. I teach basically up until around 2300. Till FM level. So I've had some students who are 2300s FIDE, but nothing higher than that. I don't teach other international masters. I want a gift sub, double sub. Wait, so you prefer the later streams? Well, Stook, everybody's different, you know. Some of the European people prefer the later streams because they stay up late, and others prefer my morning streams in Europe because they, you know, get tired. They're like old like me, and they get tired at 10 p.m. To hang the Christmas lights. Never stop Jacob Agard. I have to pronounce this correctly. I know, Jakob Agard. Becoming a grandmaster now we're talking about? Or what? Poker stopped me. I stopped myself. I'm not too old, but I need more financial support. So if you want to donate 6 figures to make me a grandmaster, you know, I'll give you a return on your investment. If anybody wants to donate $100,000 to create a new grandmaster, I'm your guy, and I will deliver for 6 figures. What's up, Dim? 550 bits. Or you could just make me a professional poker player again. Either way you want to do it. But I need about 6 figures. I need a bankroll of 6 figures to become either a GM or a professional poker player once again. Whichever way you guys want to go. I'm you know, really open to everything. I don't know which would be harder, actually. Training stronger players despite not being an openings expert. Percy Hepworth. Well, oh, you're talking about Jakob Agard. I can't pronounce the Danish name at all, but well, he's training stronger players. He's not an openings expert. I thought he would be good in openings. Okay, interesting. Yeah, he has written a lot of books on other subjects. That's true. Yeah, I think he's just a very good thinker and organized, generally organized guy, and a good author. Anyone who's capable of writing well-received books the way Agard has done. I know that I'm not even close to pronouncing his name correctly. I'm not going to try. Spectacular Camel's not here to correct me with the Danish pronunciations. All right. So if anybody has, another $50,000, $100,000 laying around that you don't need, access to right now, just let me know. But I hate asking my friends for that kind of money. I seriously have some friends from college who probably might be able to lend me that kind of money, but I just wouldn't ever want to ask somebody, I never had a backer when I was a poker player. I always backed myself. All right, anyway, on to chess. Sparkle Horse, Nils Rubert, Kash Maui, Artie Fufkin, Asterbait, Stuk. If I came into $250 million, you would donate $50K. Damn, Bob, that's kind of stingy. I mean, that's not even like... What percentage of $250 million is $50K anyway? That's like 0.2%? Is that like point? No. It's generous. It's very generous of you. Bob, if I came into $250 million, I would definitely loan you $25K. With a very good interest rate. Okay, guys, let's get started. It's Sparkle Horse, Nils, and we said the list. So, guys, seriously, I'm joking around here. You never know when I'm serious and never know when I'm joking around. It's hard to tell. He doesn't know. He knows when my economics didn't work out. I'm good with statistics, but not with math. I like statistics. That's the only mathematical based course where I actually did well. Quality troll when he wants to be. Bob, maybe you're having a good effect. Gleitson, good to see you from Brazil. And guys, we have a rated tournament. Just be aware. Let's get some players out there. Let me throw... We had a bit donation. Wait a minute. Who donated? Hold on a second. I thought I mentioned there was a donation, but I might have missed it. Wait. Who donated? Oh, Dim donated the $550. I guess I called it out. But I didn't really give it like sufficient notice. So Dim, it's a new week. Thank you for donating $550, taking the lead ahead of Move 11 and Merle Dixon. And Bob with a gift sub for Gleitson. Gleitson who has been around my stream for, probably over a year. Though he doesn't, I think he's a student as well. He rarely gets to see the stream or rarely gets to be here. So good to see you. I did shout it out, but not really noting that you're the bit leader for the week. No one wins with a check Benoni. No one wins. Well, I know one thing. No one wins arena Blitz tournaments with a check Benoni because the structure's just too closed. It takes forever to win 60 move games in the King's Indian, closed check Benoni type positions. You're just not going to get enough games playing the check Benoni. Too closed. So we have another player here, Max, who I played once, apparently was a draw. Rupert and ABD. So a bunch of new players. Any Volkswagen owners here? Bob, do you still want to guess what kind of car I have? You thought I had a conservative car or something like that. Something practical, isn't that what you said? Alright. Guys, we have only 9 players. Let's get players in the arena here. We're about to start. I was outside taking a walk, and the air's pretty cold here. No car. Yeah, I have no car. An Altima, a Nissan. Here in the States, you keep picturing me, and it's a good guess. It's a prophylactic kind of car. High safety ratings. Alright. Consumer reports. Rating it very high in prophylactic play. I'm good with defense, Bob. Close. Close. Maybe I'm not quite I'm not quite good enough for a Volvo. Think like a little bit weaker. Alright. Yeah, I'm not high enough rated for a Volvo. No, I mean, you're out of my price range. Yeah, think like a middle... poor man's Volvo. Alright, guys, let's get started. Yeah, I wish I had a Saab. Okay. Let's get started. 2.5 minutes. It's not really related to the Volvo. It's not from the same country. But I think in terms of safety ratings, it's around the same level as a Volvo. This is Sparkle Horse for 2200 stream. What does that mean? Where are the 2200s? Like, seriously. Uber driver. There's no one over 2000. What the heck? We are going to get more players. Generally, you know, most of the tournaments coming late. Chess with Chris is rating with a party of 7. You got it, Bob. Good job, man. Was that within 5 guesses? Yeah, it's a Subaru. Alright. Let's get started. Bob did a good job, though. He knows his cars. I think, you know, within 5 guesses or something. Alright, Sparkle Horse, Max Demi, and Uber Driver. Let's see what's going on, guys. It's really close to a Nissan in most ways. That's true. They look different, you know. I mean, they have a different design. Subaru has a very distinctive design shape, you know. Especially the older Subarus were really, really ugly, you know. They look much cooler now. Chess with Chris, what's up? Thanks for joining us for our first rated arena. Courtesy of lichess.org. The rated toggle button. It doesn't toggle to non-rated, so I was forced to hold a rated tournament. Against my will. There's no password. Yeah, Bob, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You're good. You're a good car guesser. Alright, let's get started. 5 plus 3. Usually the arenas were 5 plus 2. So, this is like my normal stream time control. I've only played this player once. I don't know anything about him. I don't even recall that game. It was too long ago. I don't know what color I was. Knight BD7. Rare to see that move this early. I wonder if there's like a particular point for playing Knight BD7 so early. Fuchsia. Fuchsia. How do you pronounce your name? Fuchsia. B6 is practical. It's a Forester. Bob's just obsessed with cars, man. Alright. Bob's like a car guy. My dad was a car guy, Bob. But he didn't believe in Japanese cars. He was very biased against Japanese cars. Alright. My dad's thing was cars, not chess. He didn't play chess. Didn't get the chess from the family tradition. I never thought of a Subaru as dope. But you can call it what you want. I'm playing like, this is kind of, sounds arrogant, but this is like Tony Miles style. This is how Miles would beat me when he was white. I remember there was one rapid game we had. This guy's using like no time. I mean, literally. He's got 1 million Blitz games. Low chess, 960 rating. What's his secret? What's his secret? What makes him so good? What's his weakness? What's the weakness of our opponent? But the thing that made Tony Miles great was not only his versatility, but his endgame technique was just monstrous. Really sorry that he passed away. Not only was he a funny person, but he was a fantastic chess player. Alright, so what are we doing here? Bob, I take it you're not playing? Boring for me to play this way with white, but I don't like playing new opponents with very little knowledge of their game, really. Boris Gulko. The Gulko concept. I lost this horrifying game against Boris Gulko. That's why I played the Smyslov system for white. After that, it was like, okay, that's how it's going to be? Alright, when someone beats you really badly, use it against other people, Take what they did to you and do it to someone else. Turn it against them. So now what do we do? Alright. The situation What would Magnus do? God, he'd love this position. For both sides. Welcome everybody. International Master William Pascal. We're holding a Blitz arena here. 5+3 rated Blitz. Right. Well, you're not going to play F5. At least not right now. Not at the moment. This was a kind of weird move. Rook d8. Rook. The master of stuttering. Alright. Think Petrosian. It's kind of a tough one. Let's lock down at e4 square. Extra solid. He's trying to break out, guys. That's not allowed. Seems pretty strong for 1987. I don't know what Bishop f8 is about. He's guarding h6, of course. I understand. It's just simply a defensive maneuver. Too much defense. This is like, I'm never going to win this tournament playing this type of position. It's a nightmare. I said early on, like, I made fun of Asterbait's Czech Benoni. You don't want to play the Czech Benoni or King's Indian with black. Actually, you know, classical King's Indian really with either color. Objectively. Because it's too closed. The arena format, it really rewards people for winning games quickly. You know, you can't play totally closed openings and do well in this kind of event. And grinding styles like mine are definitely passé. All right. Well, that's a check. That's good that it's check. Antonio, what's up? Sorry you're late. You should have waited and gifted the sub to Fusia. Why? Poor Glideson. You're making him feel bad now. All over the map here. This guy is a scary defender. Ah, he's not letting me play King F5. I thought you would let me play King F5. That's not very nice. What if I play F4? that seems kind of weird. I could definitely sack a piece here for a bunch of pawns. Also weird. I mean, how long is this game already? Like, in terms of, like, minutes? This is like 20 minutes? I've been playing with this guy? He's like a master or something. Oh, now he found another defense. It's just really bizarre. You think the white king is better here? Knight takes a5. Rook somewhere. He's already calculated that. Knight c6. Rook takes a4. Knight takes b8. Can I do that? It's the longest Blitz game I ever had on lichess, I think. Probably the longest game I ever played. I have no chance to win the tournament after this game. This guy destroyed us both. He destroyed both our tournaments. We're playing a 100-move game in the first round. It's just over. Perpetual stalemate, it's open to everyone. Oh man, that was brutal. I need to pause for a second after that game. Mommy, that was 70 moves, but it was like, because of the increment, it just seemed like it went on forever. Man, that was brutal. Alright guys, I'm trying to just recover. Let's play another game. Tolia. Anatoly, if you play b4, I know who you are. Alright, Tolia does not play b4. Alright, we don't know much about Tolia. Anatolia. Do you want to play something crazy? Are you feeling crazy? You want to lose a piece? Play that move. I just wanted to lose a piece. I had a game pretty much like this in a tournament once. It's like a really, really weird French now. You got the max I played and he didn't move. He just wanted to play me and then drop out of the tournament. Classic. G5's interesting, but highly risky. Risque, even. Perhaps thematic. G5. Yes? Alright, how do I want to play this? Tolia. Tolia's playing fast. Alright, whatever. Whatever. We'll play a6. It's not my favorite move. Oh, wait, he doesn't want to trade. He doesn't want to change pieces. Alright, so I'm playing the French, which is quite rare for me. A really, really strange sort of French here. I have a friend, a Mexican-American master, I haven't seen in many, many years. He used to love to play positions like this. Adrian Casillas. He would never, ever castle, basically. He just liked to not castle and always would just leave his king in the center in this French kind of structure. Tolia now, feeling the pangs of regret. Playing a little too fast. Tolia is a country opposite of Anatolia. You're not serious, are you? Tolia, very common diminutive. Very common diminutive of Anatoly. Definitely in Russian. I guess they probably have it in Greek too, right? Dmitry? Jim? Tolia is not phased by being down a piece. And that scares me, because most people give up hope when they lose a piece. But we're not going to underestimate him, because our bishop basically is like a pawn. So I'm effectively a pawn up here. Momentarily, until we can breathe the breath of life into our bishop, which is going to take a lot of doing. The breath of life. It's a theory. It's still theory, said Fuchsia. Wow, he goes crazy with g4. Okay, he's not really a conservative player, he or she. I'm going to migrate. Do I really want to migrate here in the spirit of Adrian Casillas? No. I just talked about Adrian, and he didn't like the castle. Yeah, he'd love to put his king on d7. He would be in heaven here. Any kind of closed French where he doesn't castle. Another thing is like obsession with, not the only master I've known who had this, an obsession with sacrificing the exchange. Like, you have to sacrifice the exchange every game and not castle. If you don't achieve those two things, then it wasn't a real game. Alright. Well, maybe we don't need to play King D7. I think we were a little too hasty with that. Redeploy. This is a weird move. But I have my methods. I feel the bishop is more secure here, you know, working both diagonals. But another game where it's just like, where's Morales? Is Morales here? He says I don't. He says I like closed positions. You would never think that, based on the last two games. Man, I'm gonna play like 2 games in a 2-hour tournament. Good maneuver, Rook A2. We gonna open it up on the queen side now. It's a risky move, but I feel everything is mobilized now. The lesson to take away from this game is do not underestimate the opponent because he's a piece down. You have to take them seriously. I'm liking this. Material advantage is increasing. You're watching the VOD of yesterday's. The VOD. Somehow Sladgie got white every game. Whoa. JCS, are you serious? I was white every game? That happened once before when Soltigo or someone organized that everybody troll me. I had no clue. Nobody even mentioned it. If I had white literally every game last stream. That's just really weird. Soltigo's been up to his old tricks again. What are the odds of that? According to Thibault, pretty good. Thibault was like talking once in the you know, what's it called, threads, about how theoretically you could have like 100 somethings in a row. So I'm not sure I agree with the system. Batolia is running out of pieces. He's seriously running out of pieces here. Guys, welcome to my stream. What do we got for players? No way to tell from there. Alright, the end is near. The mate is coming. Alright, momentary pause. We're going to just pause for station identification. Can't we just get like a 10-move win or something? I mean, this is a long blitz game, 5+3. You know, these games can last 15 minutes with lots, well, not 15, but let's see, 3 seconds times 60 moves. Yeah, like 13 minutes for a game. I got a quick win. You think that was a quick win? A quick win is when somebody like drops the game in like 7 moves, like you last time, Bob. All right, what do we got for viewers? 47. Excellent, guys. Thanks for watching and joining us. We're gonna play this ridded. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna play this ridded tournament because the slider that makes the tournament rated or not rated has a bug. Anyway, I remember everything, Bob. You remember everything about cars. I remember everything about all my games. All right, no, not really. I'm just kidding, guys. Nils, did he play England? What? The Bad Fish, who's also a streamer, is in the lead with 5 points. Okay, I'm not berserking because I don't think berserking is a real good idea. I'm not sure you get a good value for your money in increment tournaments. What do you guys think? There's that X62 guy. He's like the master defender. The master car and driver. Perpetual stalemate. Guys, thanks for supporting the stream. Dim, Move 11, Merle Dixon, who else? We had donations from those guys. Perpetual stalemate, who I'm playing now. 105. Spectacular Camel Acerbate this week. Please support the stream. Oh no, Bishop F4. I'm going to play G6. I've been playing a lot of E6 against the London. Finally an easy opponent. That's what I was thinking? Or that's what you were thinking? The Aman opening? What is the Aman opening? Like Aman Hambleton or whatever? Or is there really an opening with that name? Never berserk. Yeah, it's like Apocalypse Now. Strange reference. I know, but we had this game against Merle Dixon. Merle put his bishop on E2. Never get out of the boat. I think I had this in the New York Open once against a FIDE Master, and I played bishop A6. Recommended by Andrew Martin in an ancient King's Indian book before the beginning of time. Yeah, the England Gambit is a really good idea, especially in longer time controls. Alright, let's just play classically here. Oh no. You're not doing that. You just played H4. Pawned us.
No.
That sounds too much like a friend of mine.
N-O.
Alright, pawn does unite. Pawn to power. Alright, dude, you're not playing H5. We've never played Perpetual Stalemate. They're from Romania. Wait, Perpetual Stalemate, you're not the same as Alex, right? You're not Alex, who's been tuning into the stream. Another player from Romania. Alright. No, he's another Romanian player who was hanging out on our streams sometimes. But you never know, like sometimes people have more than one account. No, that's not cool, dude. It's not cool what you're trying to do. And I don't approve of it. And it doesn't make me happy, you know. When people try to hurt me, it hurts more than just physically. It hurts my feelings that you want to attack toward my king. You're the same username on all usernames. Alright. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, I said. everyone has the same username on all usernames. No, we're just kidding around. I don't like you trying to do bad things to me. Now he's forcing my hand. Who is this guy and why is he so scary to play against? 3,000 games in bullet. Just keeps on coming. I'm pretty terrified. This is amazing how everything worked out for white. I'm basically freaking terrified. I'm just about to get crushed. This is not an endgame. First of all. He's got time to commentate too, which is not a good sign for me. I'm probably just lost here already. This is classical for me. He's 1700 in bullet. I think I'm just totally lost. I never played him before. Yeah, he's just like rubbing it in and commentating. I might have had a move there. He's sacking his knight now. I think bishop d2 was probably stronger. Man. I don't see I'm going to checkmate him on a3. So I have to trade queens here. Now it is an endgame. Ironically. I was 100% lost. I mean, now I might be alright. I was just utterly dead. There's no way I wasn't just completely lost. The only weakness of perpetual stalemate is that he just plays too fast. I mean, that's his strength and his weakness, I guess, at the same time, eh? Now I'm up a piece. But, you know, your nerves get shattered when you have a totally lost position for a large portion of the game. I don't generally get lost positions, and I don't feel good about having a lost position. I try to never have lost positions, basically. That's the general strategy. Just don't get lost positions. And and when I do have a lost position, it definitely plays on the nerves a little bit. All right, this is over. Now I feel pretty content. Man, this was totally lost for me before. Absolute. I'm sure that he's fearsome in sudden death without increment, particularly. We did predict an endgame too, which I thought was a little early to be predicting endgames. I mean, I was just busted, dude. I think I made one very bad move. Here, he's still got tricks. Oh, dude, I thought you were going to play rook c2 or rook f2. He saw through my little plan. Alright. Let's see the standing. Newbert. Does anybody remember the video game Qbert? Qbert I never liked. It always seems sort of weird. No, I wanted you to play rook f2 so I could play rook c2 and trade all the pieces off. That's what was supposed to happen. Let's go for a walk. Stalemate. That is his name, you know. True to his name, he's playing for stalemate. This you can't resign there. I want you to play rook h7, then I'll go b5, b4, b3. Alright, we'll pause for a moment, see what's up. So we're tied for first. Rubert is perfect. Wait a minute, this is rated. Because lichess doesn't let me make unrated tournaments anymore. Morales just lost like 100 rating points. He's like, oh my god, it's rated. No, it's even in the title of my stream. So there's no secrets about it. Like, it's capital letters on the title. I am Sladgie, capital R-A-T-E-D, Blitz Arena on lichess.org. So you can't say I didn't warn you guys. You didn't warn us.
No!
You didn't warn us. You didn't make it in capital letters in the title of your stream. Antonio arrived late. It's alright. You're still 1875. You have a few points left. We run the engine. I don't want to know about the engine. Perpetual stalemate. I don't like having lost positions. I don't know. I'm scared of Rubert, though. Rubert is like 1700 and is mashing everybody. And what is he, like, played 30 games or something? Let's take a look at Rubert's victims here. 1700. He beat Morales. What happened there? I always like to scope out my opponents before I play them. Rubert just went into a, like, equal endgame. Stole a pawn. Walked his king away. Looks like, yeah, it looks like a crazy game. Anything could have happened. Looks pretty legitimate. I just got to make sure that people aren't, like, perfect players. Max Demian's back. He lost 2. He lost to Perpetual Stalemate. And then he's on the fire. On the fire! I like to scope out my opponents before I play them, though. Particularly when my rating is on the line. Alright. I was right. You were better after bishop d8. I thought you were like mating me, honestly. But before that, I think you were probably winning at one point. No, I should have played knight to e5. You know, forking your queen and bishop, and I just didn't. I played a different move. I'm scared of Robert though. I don't like it when people have perfect scores. I played this guy x6-2 before. He's a professional defender. Why is there nobody over 2,000 in this tournament? It's a good place to gain rating points for me. There's no one over 2,000. Chloridor. Okay, I'm not berserking. I don't care if you're 1,400. I don't know what's going to happen here. This is a rated game. He's 2,000 correspondence. Well, it turns out I'm overrated by 1,600 points. Thanks, guys, for playing and hanging out with me. I'm trying to protect my rating here and win the tournament at the same time. I'm scared if Rupert just keeps winning every single game, though. I don't like to see 1,700s who are perfect. All right. Yeah, this is a good system, I guess. It's a kind of cross between the Slav. It's a Slav Catalan, right? Bishop d6. I want to have, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style tournaments where you get a lifeline. You can, like, ask another player. I'm going to dial Erdos Victor and ask him, how do you play against this? I don't know what to do. Alright, I'm thinking too much. Thinking too much. Okay. Bishop g5, a bit strange in the Catalan because there's no retreat square on h4. We're typically giving that up on f6. But I don't want to trade pieces necessarily when I have more space. I try to make the streams instructive. That's the point. Okay, Chloridor, you're playing too fast, if you want my 2 cents. He might be the Chloridor, but he might be Siloridor, too. How many people are in the tournament with multiple accents? Well, I used to, like, try to pick up girls, you know, when I was drunk with the fake English accent. And then I have my Hungarian accent and my Russian accent. So a lot of different... I'm just kidding. No, Asterbait asked, how many people are in the tournament with multiple accounts? I have 5. How about you guys? No, seriously. Alright, let's concentrate. Chloridor. Chloridor's scary. He's scary. He's using no time. He's 1,400, and he still has a good position after 14 moves. Finally, a slightly sketchy looking move. Guess A4. He's like the X guy, the X-Files guy. Ah, can't do that. He's a master defender, a 1,400 master defender who's like instant fast. That's a little disturbing. That's a little scary. Seriously. He's used like no time. He's 1400, but he's 1693 in rapid. He's used no time, and he's still okay after 18 moves. It's a good thing I didn't berserk. Correct? I guess I can take on b5. I don't know if I really want to. A drunk German invented his own language 1,000 years ago. Oh, he defended. Surrendering the A file. The tiniest of mistakes. Okay, his speed is too good for his rating. His solidity is impressive. Yes, he's played a little passively, but still. Imagine if I had tried to berserk this game. The trouble I would be in. I thought you'd change your mind. Thought you'd see it my way. If this guy is really 1400, you know, he needs to ask himself, is it important to play so fast? Because if you played and you took more time on your moves, you know, you could probably play a lot better. And I think you'd be a lot better than 1400. Anyway, nobody asked me for my opinion. I'm just here to stream and help people get better while having some fun. But hopefully nobody gets offended if I throw in my 2 cents about how you could basically be a better player. All right. Thanks, guys, for the support. Dim, 550 bits. Move 11, 500. Guys, don't forget, tomorrow... don't forget, tomorrow... got him in squeeze mode here. Tomorrow we're doing a simul, the European simul tour at 11:15. $11:15 Eastern Time. European simul tour. What's up, Chespatzer? Chespatzer. Patzer. We can say your name in Hungarian, with Hungarian, speaking of accents. Hungarian accents. Chespatzer. Patzer. Patzer. That is Hungarian for Chespatzer Wales. In American, we say Patzer. Patzer. Hungarian is Patzer. Alright, cashing in our chips for the exchange here. One exchange, please. We finally got him. It's not a policy, it's a bug. It's a bug, man. They just made a bug. They made a lot of new features, a lot of new options for the tournaments. I'm gonna pause, but this is getting a little out of control. So Rubert is winning every single game now. Let's see the last one. I want to see how he does against HGG, because HGG is pretty good. If he's just taking HGG apart, I mean, that's a bad sign. No, it looks like HGG is just up a pawn. But HGG is underrated too. HGG is dangerous. And fast time controls too. Alright, so I don't think Rubert is perfect, but he may be underrated. Max Demian is now in first place. The guy that I had to play a 2-hour game with to manage to pull the teeth to beat him. He's a Canadian correspondence master, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. But the name sounds familiar. I don't think I'm gonna win this tournament without like really putting my rating points on the line. I don't want to play those leader guys, they scare me. Max Demian is like 300 points underrated. Rubert is like 300 points underrated. Yeah, I mean both those guys. Max Demian is basically like a master, and the other guy is like a candidate master, strength 1700. Yeah, there's a lot of there's just a bug Chesspatzer Wales with the rated unrated switch. I didn't have time to send a message to the forum about it. Against you, he had no mistakes. Yeah, let's see if these guys are playing. I don't want to play those guys. I want to play someone else. I got Salty Clown. Alright. We've never played before Salty Clown. He's from Canada. Like Max, the tournament leader. The Canadian correspondence master. This is my game with Nicholas Sedlak, but he didn't play D-Take C. I think D-Take C is just bad for black, isn't it? Is this a trick? Salty is in Somalia? Wow, that's cool. He's sacrificing a piece here. Wow. He's sacrificing a piece. You know what? Sedlak played e5 against me. And I was prepared for this gambit. I got a very interesting game, and I was almost winning against Nikola. But then, like, chickened out. Almashi Zoltan was, like, harshly criticizing me. He's like, how could you play this move? He loved my position. Zoli was, like, doing... It was weird having a 2700 player do commentary about one of my games. But that's what happened. And he was like, I loved your position. How could you play this stupid move? Alright, so I'm going to try to avoid these guys. They scare me. You know, because it is a rated tournament. I don't really want to lose like 50 points, you know, to a guy who's underrated. So we'll see. Salty could have played it on. Played on. You like get a couple pawns in the center. But, you know, I think in an arena, if you drop a piece or a pawn or two, it's a good policy to resign. Yeah, but you shouldn't take on c4 in that position. e6 is the main move. Sedlak's gambit with e5 is interesting, but objectively, like, e6 is the main line. Yeah, try to just get it out of your mind that you're playing a title player, Salty Clown, and just try to play your best game. So we got the Canadian correspondence master, the guy who's winning every game. Nils is doing pretty well. He has 11. This guy I don't think I've ever played before. I normally do an unrated tournament, so I'm kind of trying to avoid any underrated players here if I can help it. The rating switch doesn't work. Right, Fuchsia mentioned this. Thanks, guys, for playing and hanging out with me. Tomorrow we're going to do a simul at 11:15. 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. 2.5 hour simul. 30:30 time control. Same time I do on Sundays. But we're just going to mix up the Wednesday concept, basically. So if you're particularly a European player, it's a chance to play a simul that's not too late, because the Sundays get kind of late for the European guys. So I thought I'd throw that in there. Rupert is in first place now, winning every single game. See what his latest. He beat HGG in that game? What? HGG was like clearly better. Let's see this performance now. How did Black win? HGG must have made a horrible blunder. This certainly wasn't looking like a suspicious game or anything. HGG just hung the game. HGG was like winning with that passed E-pawn. Oh man, he must have just tragically lost. He just hung his king side, and then he got mated. Terrible meltdown. Well, it's certainly not like a suspicious game. Alright. But the guy is winning every single game. I don't really want to get paired with him. So let's try now. While those two guys are busy, try to get a pairing here. I don't want to play scary strangers. Scary monsters and super freaks. I already had a 100 move game with Max Demian. I don't want another one of those. And this guy is just winning every single game. We'll avoid him if possible. We'll have a simul just for European guys. Antonio, can you play tomorrow at 5:15 p.m.? We've got only 31 players, actually less than usual. My unrated tournaments usually bring in about 40, 45, even 50. So I wonder if less people are attracted to the rated aspect. Pass Pawn, what's up? Thanks guys for joining me. Let's get a bit war going on. Where's Nils and Clash Kid? Is Nils still playing? Yeah, he's playing. He's too busy to get involved in a bit war today. Maybe later in the week. Move 11. We're playing the Bad Fish. Alright. Unfortunately, I only have like 7 games with Bad Fish. I don't really know his style too well. He's also a streamer. I'm gonna play my boring stuff here. King's Indian move order. Oh, they're watching that other gross chess site. Yuck. Alright, so knight takes d4, Grunfeld reversed. The Grunfeld's just a good opening, so it's automatically gotta be good to be like up a tempo in a Grunfeld. Unfortunately, you know, reversed openings don't really automatically give you an advantage. This is interesting, e4. Strategically, it looks weird to do that, but it's probably not so bad. Not really sure what the best approach is. This may be a very naive move, but I have the feeling that Bad Fish is strong enough that he's doing this on purpose, knowing that it's not really a standard idea, like he knows something. I'm gonna try for a blockade, you know, in the classical sense here. You know, sometimes you give people too much credit, but when I see weird setups, I'm not gonna like say, okay, this guy's a weak player. He played e4, which is an anti-positional move. I've seen e4 played in many Grunfeld positions. It's not necessarily a mistake. Better to reserve judgment and not assume people don't know what they're doing. But pawn takes pawn, he could take with a knight now. Ugly move. That would be an ugly move. Okay, so pawn takes pawn, queen check. And then something like queen d7, queen takes queen, king takes queen, rook d1. I also have bishop d4, but I don't know. This looks pretty good for white. How was my trip to England? It was non-existent. My mom had to go in the hospital, and I had to travel here, you know, actually... Well, I've been here early. I came here originally to the United States earlier than planned, and since my mom has needed a lot of help, I could not return, so I missed my flights. I was supposed to fly back yesterday from Manchester to Hungary, but obviously that did not happen. Yeah, so the plans have changed. I'm going to be in the United States until probably March or so. We have a good memory there, pass pawn. That was last alcohol in my house. I have to go and buy some more beer tomorrow. Never good to be out. Completely out. Okay, queen takes d7. Expensive. Well, the easy jet wasn't too bad. Easy jet is like you're screwed. You can't change your easy jet. but I did lose my Virgin Atlantic flight from Boston to London, which was, but you know, like, I couldn't go. I just couldn't go. I mean, I probably could have changed the flight, but generally, I don't know if they'll refund money for that. The best thing about it is you didn't have to go to Manchester. This was just Fatser Wales' first comment. I've never been there, so how's the crime in Manchester? Whatever it is, man, it has to be more interesting than where I'm living right now. I mean, there may be a lot of crime, or it has its drawbacks. But I'm like living in like the most boring place in the world right now, and that's not really fun. So I drive by the John F. Kennedy Museum every day. It's the highlight. The highlight of my day. I mean, there's really nothing to do here. So, what do we got? Bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes, there. We've got a nice knight b5 idea. Bad feeling about this. Bad Fish, do you like endgames? Stay outside of schools and you should be... I watched this show about the, 2002 Washington, D.C. sniper the other day for a perpetual stalemate. So that doesn't always hold true. You're much safer in Hungary. All right. Wow, he found a defense. Defense rating. Defenestrating is an actual word. Did you guys know that? Bishop e3, he goes back. Isn't that fascinating? Wait, what if I play rook c1? I play the Grunfeld as white, but not as black. I do sometimes play it for black, JCS. Little known fact that the Grunfeld was like... Little known fact, the Grunfeld was basically my first opening with black. And in fact, another little known fact, JCS, perfect move by the Badfish here. I didn't know Badfish was like an expert defender. Underrated skill. Another little known fact, my first win against a master ever was the black side of a Grunfeld. If you really know me. Today I was complaining to my mom that I have no money. My mom, who has like dementia and she doesn't remember anything. She was like, but you're famous. I said, Mom, I was like, Mom, I'm not a celebrity, you know, I'm a chess player. I figured out a way to make progress here. I'd rather be rich than famous. That's my new philosophy. So I didn't miss much by not going to Manchester, apparently. English people are throwing each other out of the window every day. Bang! F3. Badfish, stop defending so well, man. The new zoo review. Coming right at you. Alright, that was it, man. We're in first place, but I'm pausing. I don't want to play Robert. Don't pair me with Robert, please. No. I don't want to play 1700 to win every game, man. I'm not down with that. That's not cool. That's not cool. I don't like my statistical chances against Robert. Nils is playing him now. Uh-oh. Let's see how Nils is doing. Nils is getting worked. No. It's close. Nils is up 2 rooks for the queen. Good game. Nils is up 2 rooks for the queen. Really tough position, but Nils is better. Nils is talented. Nils is underrated as well. Rubert. DD Jano remembers the new zoo review. Why that popped out, like, I have no idea. But it just rhymed with whatever I was saying. I said coming right at you, and it just popped out. Yeah, the new zoo review is one of those kid shows that gives you the creeps. Kind of like, you know, Barney the Purple Dinosaur. But way before Barney. Just a creepy, kind of weird show. It wasn't as creepy as Barney, though. I shouldn't really diss it like that. I never actually watched it. Anyway, all that's very interesting. But Newbert is probably going to win this game. And it's bad when you can predict. Poor Nils. I mean, we're rooting for Nils here. He's a regular, and he supported the stream, but can we predict that White's going to win this game? Would that be wrong? Looks like Nils is winning. In reality, winning. But Rupert hasn't lost a single game yet. So I don't see what White's gonna do now. So nice idea creating a rated arena and commenting on students. Well, that wasn't the idea. But I'll take credit for it, Alex. Actually, it was lichess's idea to just not let the button work. Looks like Nils is gonna take him out, man. The Rupert, though, scary. Still, it's not over. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. Nice job, Nils. Nils is really swinging tonight. Nils actually claims he is responsible for the bug that caused the rated arena. Nils taking out the leader, helping me a little bit in the process. Helping himself a lot. Let's go back to the arena. So, I'm in first place, tied for first. But Nils is there on 13. I'm trying to avoid the 100 move guy, who's underrated. He's like waiting to get me or something. Those guys, I'm not going to play till I see they're playing or something. They're like waiting for me. I'm protecting my rating. Walyakov. Good job, Nils. 1895 and going up. Nils likes rated tournaments. But it's not a bad idea to commentate. I mean, I actually, when I first created the idea of doing when I first created the idea of doing an arena, a lot of times I said I'd rather just sit back and like commentate on the other games. But then I get so competitive, you know, it's kind of like, what's Max doing? Max like lost to X. Well, X is like the master defender. Max is obviously upset about losing that game. Major upset, 1700 against 1900. X the excellent defender, so you'd expect that X would be worse, and he was just winning this game. I don't know, guys. I don't want to play Max Demian again either, because he's gonna like make me play a 100-move game. I don't want that. Is it less likely? It's not less likely you play someone because you already played them, right? Give you guys a chance to catch up to me. Perpetual got Rubert. That looks like pretty... Perpetual, don't play so fast, man. Take your time. Just try to play good moves. Don't have to, like, play for the flag there. We have 47 minutes left in the tournament. Went through Budapest in the weekend. I'm sorry. I mean, I get homesick for the US, but it's really boring where I'm at now. I mean, Budapest is an interesting city. So there's a lot more things going on. Alright, Sfino Talent Ivaya. Alright. We have not played before. This is not good, though. This is like a player I refused to accept in my simul the other day because they were 2300 in bullet, like 1800 in other things. So that's good. A good sign. How does that happen? Like you're just like too ADD to play like longer games, or you just don't play longer games practically, or you're just two people. Like his dad plays bullet and the son plays rapid and blitz. No, the son is a master and he plays bullet, and then the dad is like 1800. It's like Magnus Carlsen and his dad on the same account, basically. Makes no sense. It's very rare, you know, that someone strong enough to be 2300 in bullet would be 1800 or 1900 in rapid. You'd have to literally have ADD. Okay, you could be like 2100, sure, you know. Maybe 2050 if you really just didn't give a crap about your ratings and stuff, but a 400-point differential between those ratings is just too much. It's like two different people. You went to Vienna, nice. Alright, Nefedov says bishop e2. Nefedov likes to play the bishop e2 against the dragon. I think we've got oops, I didn't mean to click on his name. So I think we've got the slower version, because if it was a 2300 bullet player, he would be rattling off the moves. I take back says manipulating the pairings. Can you manipulate the pairings? I'd love to do that. So Nils, you had 21 cent upon loss in your game against Rupert Murdoch. It was 30-second bullet. I forgot to switch off the stream. It's okay, you don't have to strip. I mean, there's no law that says you have to switch off the stream. I can tell by your speed of play that you're obviously a hyper bullet player. But I understand. Oh, Nils, you're going to sleep now? What happened? Nils is going to quit when he's so close to third place? I can't believe it. What a wimp. To go to school tomorrow? All right, Nils. Thanks for joining us. I'm sorry you can't stay for the tournament. Taking like a minute over bishop c4. What's going on here? No, but he seems to be like he felt bad about... He made a comment like he felt bad about like having the stream on or something. Or she. Actually, it's Vio, right? So it should be a she. So she's Piechka. Vin Piechka. Knight takes e4. How's my accent? Speaking of acerbate, I'll bust my Russian accent. I think it's 2 players. So it's a he. Queen f3. Double attack. Dim is leaving too? I just saw Alex say bye-bye Sladgie. Oh, so Alex is leaving. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with us, Alex. Alright, I'm not going to be greedy. Because I'm not a greedy guy. I don't need any more pawns. Ponda. Efidov is like... He's in conspiracy mode. Yes, I mean, queen takes c3, knight b5, queen takes a1, knight c7 check, king d8, and then insanity. Wait, moves the queen somewhere. Efidov is not buying into this. Something doesn't seem right here. I'm not going to do that. I don't care. Like, I've got my pawn, and I don't need complications here. All right. Rubert. I don't think I'm going to catch Rubert. I don't want to play Rubert. Morales is playing Rubert now. Oh, that should be interesting. Morales meets another... I mean, Rubert meets another massively underrated and dangerous player. But I'm definitely seeing a pawn down position for Morales. Okay. Now we can take the pawn. This Piechka is coming home with us. Now there's no knight b5, knight c7 check anymore, so I'm willing to do this. Someone is thinking too much. Chompito. Man, the struggle is real. I can't get a break in this field. Even 1400s are crushing me. Watch out for the 1400s in particular. Generally, the lower rated they are, the stronger they are. It's the opposite. But there's nobody over 2000 except for me. It's crazy. Where are the 2000 players? The 2000 players, see, they were smart. They didn't want to risk their rating here. Now he's going to like play seriously. They're spotting me the exchange. After spotting me the exchange in 2 pawns, White's going to come to life. Ravage me. Uh-oh. Here he comes now. Now he's going to start playing. It was just like seeing how much odds he'd have to spot me before he started to really try at this in this battle. King Kong. Yeah. I like that move. Logical. The 2,000 plus players don't want to risk their rating in this tournament. Do you notice how I'm the only one plus 2,000? Because normally we had more players, like seriously. Normally we had, how many do we have now? I can't see from here, but if we go back to the arena, we can check. A little bit less than usual, and I think that they're scared. They're scared of the random 1400s. Piechka. I was. Piechka, oh, Piechka. Damn, Nefedov. You know everything. Especially about your own language. Piechka. Piechka. It's not Piechka. Piechka is stove. Alright, well, I was close. You know what I mean? If it was life or death, he would have known what I was talking about. Stove doesn't seem too relevant to this conversation. We get the context. It does not relate to Stove. Guys, simul tomorrow. Be here. 11. Especially the European players. This is for you. 11:15. Excuse me. 11:15. Pause. I don't want to play Rupert. Rupert lost to somebody? Wait. We knew that? Rupert lost to Nils. We knew that. Okay. Rupert lost. But I still don't want to play him. It looks like Max Demian may have dropped out. He hasn't played. Nils quit when he could have finished third. Alright. Champito, where are you from? Is Nefedov Tolia? Nefedov could be Tolia. Played e4 against me. But what was that game? Didn't play like Nefedov. Croatian. Well, I live in Hungary most of the time. I'm in the United States now because I'm helping my mom, but I'm speaking Hungarian on the 2nd grade level successfully. We have some Slavic words in Hungarian, obviously. Not as many as Croatian. Alright. Nefedov has just one account. Where is Nefedov? We've only got 32 players because all the 2,000 plus players are afraid to play in my arena. I'm the only one willing to put my rating on the line here. Except against Rupert. Because that's just silly. I'm not going to risk it. Against that guy. He's performing. What is his performance so far? 21-41. So that's like 400 points above. You know, that's like playing in the most of the tournaments I play in, my FIDE rated tournaments, like in the last year. I'm just like throwing my rating points away because like every little kid I played was like 200 rating points underrated. Literally every time I played a game, I was basically donating automatically like 1.25 rating points just by sitting down. And that's how I went from like, that's how I went from 2385 to like 2345. Donating rating points just by sitting down. And too many draws. Morales is up, man. He's up in the king and pawn endgame. Wow. He was down a pawn before, right? What's up here? Tricky Dicky Nixon. And wins. Oh, c5 was winning, right? c5 was the winning move. b5 doesn't win. b5, king d7, draw. So c5, unless black has a move there after c5. There is no move. I mean, b5 loses. Everything loses. Unless you could play king d7. No, everything loses. There's no draw. c5 just wins. I'm not going to tell Morales how to do it. Did you play in the Chess Congress too, Nefedov? Nefedov played in a chess tournament in the UK, which I was supposed to play in, but I bailed because I had other stuff. So Morales is going to win. So proving that Rupert is human, although he is a really strong 1793, it's relief to know that he's human. All right, let's go back to the tournament. I still don't want to play him. I still don't want to donate automatic rating points like by playing someone who's massively underrated. But again, like a lot of people are underrated. Nils is underrated. Morales is underrated. I don't really want to play Morales either, although I like you guys. B takes c5 was a draw, a blunder, right? Well, I don't think that black had a move after c5. What move do you propose playing there? There literally is no move. It's just lost for black. Was Rupert still playing? Is that over? It's over. Over. Anyway, guys, simul tomorrow, 11:15. We're going to play 20 to 25 players, 30 time control. 11:15 Eastern time here on lichess, 20 to 25 players. It's a new concept that I'll sometimes do simuls on Wednesdays instead of my weird Wednesday stream, so that European guys can get to play a simul that's not ridiculously late, because my Sunday simul starts basically at 10:30 p.m. European time, which is pretty hard, I think, for the European guys. Yeah, Nefedov, tomorrow at 11:15, instead of my weird Wednesday stream, I'm doing a simul stream. We're going to kind of mix up the Wednesday streams. Nil says he's not underrated. 1900 performance. You're 9 points underrated. I told you. Stuk is definitely not 1,000. Well, I think I noticed that in one game, but he's inconsistent. I don't want to play Rupert. Is he already paired? Ah. He's playing Tolia. Alright. I'm playing Stuk, who's definitely not 1,000. Alright, Stuk. If you beat me, the swords are out for you. The Ginsu knives. We'll say you're a computer. But you're not allowed to play better than like 1,500. You better not perform better than 1,500. Acerbate, you're not, but the other guy is underrated. I'm getting hungry, guys. So Nefedov, I'm at work at 11 a.m. No, it's 11:15 a.m. my time, Nefedov. 11:15 my time is 4:15 your time. Are you still at work? At 4:15 p.m. tomorrow, Nefedov. Mr. Nefedov. Senor Nefedov. Senor Nefedov. Trabajar mucho. Trabajando. Fuxia says, in my last Blitz tournament, my performance was 300 points above my rating. Really weird. I feel overrated all the time. I've never played in like a FIDE rated Blitz tournament. I can't remember my games against Stuk. 4 games is really not enough information to judge him. Uber makes tons of fast points. Yeah, I mean, some people have a real feel for this arena format. Knight takes c5. Bill. don't know why I have this creepy feeling there's some sort of tactic that I'm not seeing here. I think he's playing like 1,000, but he plays an unusual opening, you know. Maybe he has some knowledge about a certain part of the game, but another part of his game is very weak. It's not impossible he could play one phase of the game, you know, 1,600, and another phase of the game like 800, kind of balance out. Fuchsia, so this was a Blitz tournament here on online, okay. So your last tournament performance was 300 points above your rating, really weird. No, I mean, obviously the faster the time control, you know, the greater the variance is going to be. As I told you guys earlier, the only math class I ever did well in was statistics. I passed both my statistics courses. I think I even got like a B+ or something, which was really good for me. The strongest 1,000 you'll ever face? I don't know, man. I've seen some tough ones, Tim. Thank you guys for supporting the stream today. Please subscribe and support the stream that way. We've had donations from Dim. Perpetual Stalemate donated. Now C4, that was a deep thought. Was it Saturday Night Live that had a skit about deep thoughts or something? Is that just my imagination? Or am I remembering that correctly? Wasn't there some kind of comedy skit with deep thoughts? Am I crazy? It's always good to bring your queen out early, especially against scary, underrated 1,000 players. I'm encouraging bad chess behavior. Asterbate, for example, loves to bring his queen out early. Tell you guys not to do this. Do as I say, not as I do. Play for cheapo. Play for cheapo sort of hope chess moves. Uber is a funny guy. Played him twice. We played the exact same 14 move order, and offered me a draw. I accepted both times. I had a funny thing with this international master, Mark Ginsburg. He's an American IM who lives in Arizona. He used to live on the East Coast. He's originally from New York. So Ginsburg, he's older than me. He's older generation, but he's a really, really intellectual and intelligent guy. And Mark and I don't know how it started, but somehow we had something where one day we got paired in a Blitz tournament online, or a Blitz game online, and I like offered a draw. I don't know why I couldn't play, or like we didn't even start the game. Like literally either before the first move or like after the first move, I offered a draw. And Mark has a really strong sense of humor, so like the next time we played, he remembered, you know, it was like a month later or a week later, and he remembered, and he just like, you know, so then he offered me a draw, you know, and then this went on for like years. Like we literally played this game where just for fun to be like ridiculous, like because Ginsburg really likes like ridiculous sarcastic humor, and so do I. We had this going on for like an absurd period of time. We would get paired like in the 5-minute pool on ICC, the Internet Chess Club, and we would just agree to a draw like without moving. It was just, and always our ratings were like around the same level, you know, so nobody really lost or gained a lot of rating points. It was just kind of like an absurd thing to do. I can't imagine what the people who ever like wanted to like click and watch our games was thinking, like, why are these guys offering draws to each other before the game even started? You know? It was funny though. I haven't thought about this in a long time. Alright, tempted to sack my queen here, but I'm not going to get fancy. I refuse to get fancy. No, wait, but at the same time, he's going to play AB. That's bad. That's That's not good. So I need to take this pawn. This is not like a matter of choice. This is forced. Alright. Well, he's surviving 13 moves. But I don't think he's living up to the credibility you guys gave him for being the strongest 1,000 in the world. I just can't say he's the strongest 1,000 in the world. I can't do that. Maybe like the top 10,000s in the world. I feel like I'm missing something here. Speaking of Mark Ginsburg, he and Joel Benjamin basically started a humorous chess magazine years ago called Chess Chow. Does anybody here know or remember this magazine? Chess Chow magazine, Feed Your Mind. Maybe the only real good attempt to make, you know, humorous chess magazine. Now basically Stuk is going to start playing like a grandmaster at this point. I play for mate, not material. Alright, back to the tournament. Pause. Click the pause button. But we're solidly ahead now. We managed to avoid Rupert. Though Rupert started falling apart, I'm still not going to play him. Morales is lurking. Max quit. Tolia's coming back. What's up with Tolia? Tolia's coming on. He's winning so many games. He had a hard start there. HGG he took too lightly, maybe. Then he lost to this guy. HGG is underrated massively. And very inconsistent. But Tolia's coming back. Though at the end of the day, his performance is legit for his rating. So, 21 minutes left. Rupert, are you playing? He's playing Uber driver. I can't join now because I unjoined. There's this penalty, time penalty now. If you try to manipulate, time your pairings, you get punished for pausing. Or the pausing is a crime against humanity. Rating is also about consistency. Good point, Nils. You've only heard about Chess Chow en passant. Wait. JCS, what's Chess Chow en passant? You gotta look it up, man. Chess Chow magazine was classic. There was a couple articles that involved me. Well, the best article was the time that I went to Hastings with Charlie Hurtan. And Charlie wrote a fantastic article for Chess Chow. Highlights some of my escapades. He got me in trouble with my girlfriend at the time. But alright. Charlie wrote an article about the time that oh my god, I can't join again? Oh no, it's another bug. Waiting to be able to rejoin the tournament. Now I can't rejoin the tournament? Are you serious? Hope they won't make simul's rated. You can't make simul's rated. What's going on here? Why can't I rejoin the tournament? It was just another time bug. You gotta find Chess Chow magazine. Sadly, like a long time ago, I got Joel Benjamin to send me some old back issues. But I don't know if they still exist anymore. It became an article in another magazine. Oh, maybe. But what magazine? JCS. Chess Life or something else? It was always too satirical and intellectual for Chess Life. mean, those guys, Benjamin and Ginsburg, are friends of mine, and they're not only good chess players, but hilarious people. Joel seems kind of serious on the surface, but he has a really incisive sense of humor. Too many bugs. Okay. Rupert lurking with winning this tournament. He was slowed down miraculously at the end. Dim donated 50. The My Little Pony in the bottom right is a tad worrying. Why is that, Gardai? My name is Sparkle Horse. Why should it be worrying? Free your mind. I'm a huge fan. I'm a brony. Raid kills bug. We had a raid earlier, but it didn't kill the bugs. Despite the fact that my account is named for Sparkle Horse the musician, it doesn't dissuade me from being a brony and a fan of PewDiePie. No, PewDiePie. I'm not really a fan of PewDiePie. What's it called? Pinkie Pie. PewDiePie. Don't support Article 13. No, seriously, guys. If you live in the EU, join the online petition to fight against Article 13, restricting the rights of streamers and other people could be endangered by Article 13. Check it out. If you're living in the EU, we have to fight against the EU's Article 13 to keep things like YouTube and Twitch safe from the European Parliament. But anyway, we're playing Quam. Quam is Berserko. I'm in the United States. I'm safe from the European Parliament now, but I do live in Hungary. I'm a Hungarian resident, and I do spend a lot of time there streaming. So, all right, Dim donated another 50 bits to take it up to 600. Quam is fast and pretty solid. When I play a solid player who berserks, I play solid. I think the right way to play against berserkers is, you guessed it, playing solid. It's funny to say berserkers. It reminds me, where's Soltigo? It reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons, you know, like role-playing games. Soltigo's a big fan of that. Berserker is like a role-playing thing, like a fighting Viking or something. Quam is scaring me. You don't want to fall asleep against Quam. Barbarian is similar. Maybe I'm confusing role-playing games and video games, though. There was something with Berserker. Some kind of game I played. Distinctly had Berserkers in it. I mean, I'm aware of what a Barbarian is. Barbarian is a D&D class. I'm like old school. I'm like becoming a quintessential nerd here. I like My Little Pony. I talk about role-playing games. But once again, Soltigo would be proud. Where is Soltigo? I was hoping he would make it today. Quam. I have no qualms with winning a pawn here. We're making a pun out of your name. He's not interested. Calm your inner berserker. This is the secret to beat people like King Crusher and serial berserkers, what you want to do is frustrate them with just sickeningly solid play. Endgames are even better. Take your time. Use your time. It's very tempting to play f5 here, and it's probably a good move. Alright, we'll switch gears. This is a little aggressive against the berserker, but I think it's just too strong to ignore this possibility. You want to just milk them on time. You know, don't try to rush them. Don't play their game. You know, don't play fast because they don't have much time. That's exactly what they want. You know, the best way to handle them is to just take your time, kill them with slow, very careful, boring play. You know, this is the absolute best strategy. Kill them with kindness. We've only got 12 minutes left in the tournament, guys. Yeah, you see? Classic Berserker, he couldn't take it anymore. That's like... Then when they snap, you snap it off. Don't rush, take your time. You're up a piece. But at some point they go crazy because they just can't stand, you know, not playing aggressively anymore. Then when you trade queens, they start to cry. S4 was in the Simul the other day. He's a Berserk style player. Not literally berserking, but stylistically he plays kind of a Berserk game. And against him I try to, you know, be ultra solid to combat his style. Chesspots Wales went crazy with the... He went crazy with the role-playing... The role-playing Dungeons and Dragons info. I mentioned King Crusher. When I think of people who berserk, you know, King Crusher just pops to mind. Mr. Coffee subscribed for 13 months in a row. You're a berserker. Barbarian. What about World of Warcraft? Doesn't have berserkers. There was at least one online video game that had berserkers. You get carried away. I'm saying, like, Soltigo would really be... He'd be really happy if he heard me making role-playing game references. But it's been a long time. I remember playing the original Diablo. That was cool when it first came out. The first Diablo was like, wow, what a cool concept. I used to play that in my fraternity house. One of my fraternity brothers, who I ended up hating, used to let me play the first Diablo in his room. Alright. I haven't seen any of the newer Diablos. I'm not that into video games like some people's. Alright, let's yeah, that first Diablo was awesome though. I was pretty impressed by it. We got time for one more game basically. You're playing Rupert. Alright, then I can play one more game. I'm getting terribly hungry. I think the tournament is in the proverbial bag, so come on, Uber driver, please berserk. This is our last game for the tournament, guys. Oh, Uber driver has a draw against me. I remember that game. It was a simul. I was scared of Uber driver. They were playing like Merle Dixon. I think it's Merle Dixon's alt account. I was joking that it's Merle Dixon's alt account. Maybe it is. So Diablo 2 is the best one. I'm so tired that I played a move I never play. D3. What am I doing? What is D3? D3 is dumb. D3 for dumb. D3 for dummies. It's not dumb, but I don't like playing like standard King's Indian attack. That's not my repertoire. I just got tired and I just farted out D3. I don't know what made me play that. Here we go. The wonders of the classical King's Indian attack. Yuck. This is hackneyed and boring and like it's closed. Barely closed. Guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget, tomorrow, 11:15 a.m. ET, phone home. We're going to do a simul, a Wednesday simul, yes. What would Igor Foigl do? Igor, where are you? Somewhere here, Chestnut Hill, in Massachusetts. International master. Inspirational King's Indian attack player. He's like a retired chess master now, but he was in his prime. A little piece of Petrosian. But rookie won. Alright. Uber driver, let's just take it slow. I don't like when you drive too fast. This actually looks like one of Igor's games I remember he had against another master from New England. Played b5 like that. You know, this is theory. b5 may be a very topical move, actually. So e5 transposes to standard stuff. You're supposed to try to take advantage of this in another way. We'll try to be like Rubinstein here. Rubinstein didn't really often play the King's Indian attack, but some sort of structures could be appropriate. d4. Igor. So it's d4 or c4. I like d4. d4 for Igor. Doesn't quite rhyme. There's a simul Sunday anyways, but Wednesday is like an extra because this is theory as far as I know. Wednesday's extra, just mixing up the Wednesday activities a little bit to make life more interesting, so I don't become an old dogmatic loser. And so the European players can play a simul, and it doesn't have to be 10:30 p.m. for you guys. Once in a while. Uber driver, I'm starving. Patient move. What if we try to play like Botvinnik? Where's Nefedov? We need pronunciation help. Botvinnik. I'm gonna take and play knight b3 and then bishop e3 like the man himself. But I'm not sure this is the best way to play. Botvinnik against Bondarevsky. Soviet Championship 1941. You must trade the the dark squared bishop. Trade, he doesn't go bishop b6. He's supposed to play bishop b6 so I can go here and continue to do my Botvinnik imitation. I'm taking lessons in Russian pronunciation from Nefedov. He's expensive, but he's very, very good. Highly recommend him. Four minutes left in the tournament. This game is not going to count. Tolia steals second place. Speaking of Russia, we knew Tolia had it in him. He was sandbagging in the beginning, like losing all of his games in the beginning and then coming to life. Rubert was just too good. There's 4 minutes left. Salty Clown, up to 20 points. Morales didn't quite cut it here. He was too hesitant with the rated nature of the tournament. But this was a good tournament, guys. Thank you for not beating me, taking my points. Next time we'll probably go back to unrated. But not to say that it's not possible we'll do some more rated events on and off. Sometimes you have to it's risky to take this, but I'm a confirmed materialist. An intentional sacrifice by Uber Driver to open counterplay along the F file. 94. Triple exclam. Seriously, this actually may not be that bad for black to lose this pawn on purpose. This game will likely not be finished by the 3-minute cutoff. Hopefully Tolia can't catch up to me. The way he's going, I mean, there were no players with enough guts over 2,000 except for me to play in my event. You guys are chickens. You 2,000s. Now be careful, guys, because he's got that bishop c5, which would be a nightmarish, an evil monster. I ought to blockade this pawn and then maybe bring my bishop back to g2, actually, to guard my king side. I'm so hungry. I want my dinner. When Uber Driver gives up, I can go eat dinner. My stomach hurts. You fought the good fight. Uber Driver, there's nothing to be ashamed of. You don't need to beat me. I mean, you've already shown you're a good player, and rated games dramatically change everything. If you play a shitty game against a low-rated guy, you fight until the end. Right? It makes people more... Well, I mean, that's why a lot of the strong, you know, let's say berserkers, berserker players are very underrated on lichess. You know, the regulars who win a lot of arena tournaments are going to be categorically underrated. I mean, that's pretty standard. Maybe bishop d4 first. They don't care about their ratings. They care about winning tournaments. This is what Slavko Alincic said to me. Rating means nothing. He said winning tournaments is what counts. Title rating, that means nothing. It's a cool attitude. You know, most people don't share that feeling. It's like after Zlatko lost like 150 rating points. He was like close to 2,600. Then he's like 2,450. Title rating means nothing. Winning tournaments is what counts. But, you know, I like Zlatko. He's a good guy. And he's right. But it's still hard not to care about your rating, right? Salty Clown grabbed third. With 6 seconds left, you made it? Are you serious? Oh my god. Do you get money? In my crystal ball, I saw that someday in the future, my tournaments will be played for money. Uber Driver. Defending like his life depended on this game. We don't really know too much about Uber Driver, but we know he's good. He's definitely underrated. I can see why I thought it might be Merle. There's certainly some similarities in how solid he is. Was Merle here earlier? Wasn't Merle on? Uber drivers frightening me. Uber Merle. How does that work? Just spite check? It was a spite check. The classic spite check. Spite check for the sake of spiting. He resigned back to the tournament. We gained a rating point from him. We're up to 2492. Perfect score. We won the tournament. Yes. 22-18 performance. Rufus and Doofus is hosting us, but it's too late. We just finished. Camel Culture is like, oh my god, I didn't play. I could have taken Sparkle Horse's rating points. Oh, you missed it. Rated tournament. Undefeated. We managed to evade the only players I was most scared of. Quam set an all-time record for the most games ever played. I win it. Tolia second with an impressive comeback. Tolia, who lost like the first two. Okay, let me refresh the page. I gotta go, guys. Tolia, let me see. He lost his first 4 games. Totally Swiss Gambit the whole tournament, and then didn't lose that. Didn't lose. That's what I call getting warmed up. Third place, Salty Clown. He also had what we would classify as a shaky start and a good finish. And rounding out the top 10, Rubert, who was performing super well. He ended up losing some games, but he still performed way better than 1700. Morales, 5th place. Quam, record number of games. Uber Driver. You're telling me this is not Merle. Uber Driver was undefeated. And maybe I'm right. Maybe he really is Merle. Did somebody say this, or is it just me? Did someone think that it was Nefedov or Merle? Uber Driver has to be Merle. Merle's obsessed with like drawing all of his games. Alright. I managed to beat Merle. Max Demian, that was a tough player. He played really, really well. Nils is in 9th, and Chess for Fun in 10th place. We had a total of 35 players, less than usual unrated tournament. So the theory that rated tournaments draw more players, I'm not sure. It may depend on the time and stuff too, but that's amazing, dude. Uber Driver didn't lose a single game except against me, and that was pulling teeth at the end, guys. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks, JCS, for being our moderator today. And guys, don't forget that tomorrow, and girls, don't forget that tomorrow we're playing a Wednesday simul, 11:15. Very unusual starting time. Normally my streams are starting at 12 o'clock on Wednesdays. Tomorrow starts early, 11:15 a.m. Eastern time. JCS says it's not Merle. He just likes draws. That looks like my lifetime score against Merle there. But anyway, I will see you guys 11:15 Eastern time tomorrow. So that makes it 5:15 European time in the evening. I will see you guys then, okay? 30:30 simul. Thanks everybody for playing. See you later. Again, thanks JCS. Thanks everybody. Fuchsia. Everybody for playing. Antonio. Acerbate. We love you guys. Thanks for the support, guys. With the donations, Dim, Move 11, Merle Dixon. And I will see you tomorrow. And from the Pandas, goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, guys. I'm out of here. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.